saw that.
Yeah, that's a different. So that everything stayed pretty much the same with that. So it's funny. It's capo 3, but we go to E here. But here I am, in Music City, and all the things are not so pretty. I wanna write songs as cool way. So this is tough for Conway Twitty. When my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City. Grab my guitar. Did I pick up my guitar? It's a lot of too much going on.
Okay.
Grab my guitar at the break of day, looking for someone who wants to play. Surely one will come my way. I'll make it mine, but for now I'll say,
I like that.
when my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City. Music City, Music City. Sometimes rough, sometimes gritty. And all I wanna do is sing my ditty. When my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City. I look for gigs that are hard to get. I wanna make it big, but I haven't yet. I write my song, I can't forget. My worries gone and my future set. When my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City. On up the bird seat, Broadway Street, I find the words and feel the beat. Rain or shine, snow or sleet, but the good Lord knows I've got faith. When my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City.
That's our favorite song.
Music City. Sometimes rough, sometimes gritty, and all I wanna do is sing my ditty. When my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City.
You're in standard?
I don't know, really. Grab my guitar at the break of day, looking for someone who wants to play. Surely one will come my way, I'll make it mine, but for now I'll say,
Really, you're the best, man.
sing my song in Music City.
You're just the best. I don't really know her, I just picked it on up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You're right, I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna find out.
I remember Bill Monroe, I was going on stage with him one time, and I had my guitar, and I really wanted it to be good, right? So I'm saying, well, Tater Tate was a fiddler, but he was playing bass at the time. I said, well, Tater, what? Who do we tune to? And he said, well, we don't tune. I said, what? I said, guitar player don't tune. I said, well, I ain't going on stage, so I tune.
I would say the same
thing. At least get in the direction of being in tune.
Well, I want mine in tune then.
So I called the fiddle player. I said, I want to tune to you, Glenn Duncan. I said, listen, you and me get in tune. So we tuned together. The bass player come over and he tuned up. And the banjo player, he came up and tuned up. And Bill Monroe was standing over there. He was watching us getting in tune, which hadn't happened in a while.
Right,
and,
obviously.
He was standing over there, and he was like acting like he wasn't part of what we were doing. You know, Bill had an ego.
Okay.
But he was
chip on his shoulder.
He was tuning that mandolin, boy. I said, boy, this is going to be great. And we got up there, and he turned around and he said, Billy, which song do you want to sing? And I said, well, I want to sing this one. He said, no, because it's a great performance song. He don't want to be outperformed, you know. And then he said, why don't you do Dark Hollow? And I said, I lied. And I said, I don't know the words to that because that's just sleepy. I'd rather be in some.
Okay, yeah.
That's not going to make the audience do anything. They say, oh, he was good, you know.
That's like asking someone in karaoke, I'll always love you.
I wanted to knock it out of the park. And this is my one chance. Stage with Bill Monroe in Lexington, Kentucky. Big audience.
Heck yeah.
And then I said, well, what about Cry, Cry, Darling? Like, that's just off the wall. I said, okay, you can do that one. And then when it come my time, I said, Willie Smith's going to do something now called Cry, Cry, Darling. And Glenn goes, oh, yeah. Because Glenn and me have been playing it. It's kicking butt.
Yeah.
And I encored on the song during the stage.
Nice.
Blew it off the water, man. And great performance. So that's
a lot of fun.
One of those moments in time, yeah, it's like, that was good.
Are you one of those sit down while you play on stage or perform, or do you
we were up there with Monroe. It was 100 degrees in the shade, and we had on black suits and cowboy hats.
Oh boy.
And then the air conditioning wasn't working on his bus.
Of course it wasn't. Not that it
so
matter.
Those guys would walk around with their hats in their hands and just be sweating.
Wow.
With that hat on, go up and perform. farm.
Because the show must go on.
Yeah, and I was just filling in. I wasn't the regular band member, so I just got to fill in with him. He called me like 5 a.m. I'm getting out of the bed. I said, yeah, who is this? He said, this is Bill Monroe. Billy, is this you? I said, yeah. He said, have you got a hat? I said, yes, sir. He said, well, come over here. We're going to Lexington. I said, okay. And son of a gun, I said, what kind of suit would we wear, you know? I said, I bet it's a black suit. So I pulled the black suit out. Sure enough, that was the band uniform. And I had the hat, you know.
That's nice.
Have you got a hat? He didn't even say, bring your guitar. So I met him over there and took off. And had a Japanese guy living with me at the time. And he went with us. Got his mind blown.
That's a look right there, too, though. Japanese with a bunch of old country white dudes all dressed in black.
A lot of pictures, yeah. He was into it, man. This is a culture experience here.
Mine's in standard for you.
Okay, yeah,
I didn't know if you wanted to. Here's your E. Oh, E's a little Alright, so let me learn Music City real quick. I'm gonna follow you. So that I can write the bass line to it.
Okay, let's see. So it's in G. In E.
I like the idea you had. If you do have a way of just getting a recording like that we can track onto, we'll keep it like an isolated version, and then we'll have versions with tracks on it, and then I'll send them to you, and you can just give me your thoughts.
And my wife can come and put down the tracks as we go to on bass for these songs.
I can dig it.
These three. She's a heck of an acoustic bass player. So
I bet she's a lot better than me.
well,
It's been a few years
she
for
played
me.
in Germany for 10 years, playing acoustic bass over there, singing with the German Philharmonic Choir.
Yeah, I mean, if she has some
Russian
time for
stuff,
sure.
so.
I'm just trying. It was an effort to not inconvenience other people, but if other people are down to do it, then I'm down to let you know what I mean.
Yeah, this is a good one. Boy, this song is fun. I mean, that's the one I was like, gosh, Music City, man.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one you least radio.
Who would think? And everybody's heard this, loves this. You know,
Who was the band who just picked up your song? I was trying to remember who it was the other day.
Yeah, it's hard for me to remember. Ozark Mountain Daredevils. You know?
Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
And now I've got a cover title of an album coming out called Cumberland River Shore. Lonesome River Band. That's their new album they're releasing, and they're promoting the crap out of it. That's the single, and that's their album. They're promoting everything on that, and they're, because they've, the pandemic and everything, they've played some shows, but now they're getting ready to book and play a lot. They're pretty famous in bluegrass, so they've cut. This is probably number 9 or 10 songs they've cut in my song.
Oh, wow. So we need to get you a page going on the website then, so we have a kind of a feature page for you. So I haven't even made one for the band yet, to tell you the truth. I've been slacking on the website because it's not my forte. I'm not very good at it, so it takes like a whole day and a half. Okay, so let's do this. I'm following you.
Here I am in Music City, and often things are not so pretty. Wanna write songs as cool and witty. Is it this tough for Conway Twitty? If my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City. Grab my guitar at break of day, looking for a song I want somebody. Surely one will come my way, and I'll make it mine. But now I'll say, when that time comes, I'll be ready. The word needs to be there. Terrible chicken scratch in there. Sing my song in Music City. Music City, Music City.
Okay.
Sometimes stressed, sometimes grit, and all I wanna do is sing my name. When my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City. Just holds that 5 chords all the way through the chorus.
It sure does.
I look for gigs that are hard to get. I wanna make it big, but I haven't yet. Write a song they can't forget. My worries gone in the future. future said.
Yeah, I can do that.
It's on Music City. On Broadway Street, Broadway Street, I find the words and feel the beat, rain, shine, snow, sleep. But the good Lord knows I have to eat. When my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City. Music City. Music City. Sometimes rough, sometimes gritty, and all I do is sing my ditty. When my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City. Music City. When my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City.
Let's see how you do it then. That'll be easy peasy. That'll be a fun one.
That's cool. I might, that little arrangement, I was trying to think of something. Maybe that will work. Tag it with Music City, Music City.
I think for the chorus we might try to do like a, it sounds like you're in a honky tonk singing and people are singing back. Ah, that sounds like a crowd singing back. I want to see if we can do like a little version like that and see if it sounds good. If it doesn't, we won't use it. But if it does, that'll be really fun. Because this is the kind of song I imagine that, playing on the honky tonk and everyone gets it, all right, and get out on the floor, you know what I mean?
So you're thinking about actually putting sounds of a honky tonk in the background?
Not necessarily. I think we should play with. I'm gonna play with it, but I don't know that I'm married to it. You know what I mean? I want it to be that kind of vibe.
That's
though.
an interesting idea.
I want it to be that
I'm
vibe.
kind of going with it actually, because that's kind of. Because if you got people.
If it's not literally there, I want it to be what people would envision when they close their eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost as if whether or not it's there, it's there.
If we could do it kind of live, I mean, I don't know if you get a lot of people laughing and like there's a group of people hearing you do this live. That'd be a good way to cut it.
Oh, there's tons of ways to do it. I mean, you can get crowd noises, all kinds of crowd noises. But honestly, I'd rather do it. I can make that. That wouldn't be terribly challenging.
Yeah, mess around with that.
That part's my wheelhouse.
If you got people laughing at your jokes, it makes other people, triggers them to get with it.
For sure.
See, this song here could just all of a sudden, you put it out on Facebook or something, all of a sudden become a song. Just everybody's starting to think this is great, you know.
Well, that's what I want to do. I want this single to be the first one we release to kind of start saying, hey, we got this album, go buy it.
It's like, Alan Jackson, a friend of mine, we used to go over to WSM and do our, go on the air and pick and stuff like that. And my friend Irene Kelly was on there, and she was doing a song of hers called A Little Bluer Than That. Alan Jackson was listening and cut her song.
Huh.
Said, can you get me a copy of that? And then he recorded it. Crazy. I mean, that can happen with this if somebody hears one. See how that thing goes. Something like that. Here I am. See, all the things are not so pretty. I want to write songs that's cool and witty. Sit this tough Conway Twitty. When my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City. Grab my guitar at the break of day, looking for someone who wants to play. Surely one will come my way. I'll make it now, but for now I'll sing. When my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City. Music City, Music City. Sometimes rough, sometimes gritty, and all I wanna do is sing my ditty. When my time comes, I'll be ready to sing my song in Music City. How's that 5 all the way through?
That'll be fun to learn. I'll probably loop in that for hours.